Hello, this is Street Talk with me, Patrick Christys, and as you can see today, I am in leafy Kingston, birthplace of Premier League footballers Declan Rice and Luke Shaw, and at least one of the Chemical Brothers, but it's also a Lib Dem seat. So I've come to see whether or not the people here support the Lib Dems' flagship policy of overturning the EU referendum result without another referendum. Let's find out. Do you think we should overturn the Brexit referendum result without another referendum?
No, I don't. I think we should exit Brexit, deal or no deal, because that's what people voted for. And if you take away the people's vote, then there's no point in voting at all.
Does it surprise you that, so the current party here is Liberal Democrats, closing the name, Democrats, their policy is to just scrap Brexit without a vote?
It doesn't surprise me, but they're just trying to be different to get there to win the election, I reckon. And I think it's just not going to work because people want out. Some people want to stay, but the majority of people voted to stay, to be out, so we've got to come out and then go from there, really, because we can't go forward anywhere. The country's at a standstill at the moment and we're becoming a bit of a joke. On that,
is there anyone in particular you blame for that? You know, do you think Boris could have behaved differently? Are you pissed off with a lot of them? What do you reckon?
I think Jeremy Corbyn's a complete idiot. I feel sorry for Boris because he's trying to do the best for the country and everyone's holding him back. And I think if he gets in and gets the next election, I think he can do good for the country. Do
you agree with the Lib Dems' policy to overturn Brexit without another referendum?
Yeah, it's entirely right. If the people vote for them, then a referendum will have been held, period.
Just hypothetically, if Joe Swinson and the Lib Dems won the general election and I just decided that I didn't want that and we just kept Boris Johnson, is that not kind of the same thing?
The same thing as what?
Just overturning Brexit without a second referendum.
You could argue that.
Do you think we should stop Brexit?
No. Okay. It should go ahead as agreed by the referendum we had last time.
Would it annoy you if we did just scrap the whole thing?
Yes, it would annoy me very, very, very much.
Do you think if we did scrap it, right, so we had a referendum, people voted, people made a decision, if they just scrap that, do you think that might stop you voting for anything again? Would it?
Well, there's no point in voting because if they don't like what they hear and then they say, well, we don't like that vote, so we'll have another one. So there isn't any point if they're not going to take what we say.
Can I just ask you, have you got a preferred candidate in mind for Prime Minister? Is there anyone that you would really like to become Prime Minister?
Somebody that doesn't tell lies, somebody that tells the truth.
Is there anyone like that?
No, but there's a few pigs just flew past.
If we just stopped Brexit without another referendum, how would you feel about that?
I would say that's the best thing to do, in my opinion. I think that's what's best for the country. I think, we should just cool it all off. I think when we had the vote, maybe it was a good idea. Maybe some people liked the idea, but when it's come down to it, we realize it's not going to go well. The deal's probably going to be pretty bad, so we should just cool it all off. It's not what we hoped it would be. Sack it off, yeah.
Okay, some people would say that that's a bit undemocratic. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I mean, it is. It's not going with the vote. But then, in my opinion, the vote wasn't based off truths anyway, so people didn't really know what they were voting for. So I think it's okay, and I think it's the best thing to do for the country. It's in the country's best interest, so yeah.
Can I ask, are you planning on voting in the general election that's coming up?
Probably not. I just sort of can't really be bothered to vote.
Just quickly, last one.
Yeah.
The Lib Dems want to put another person on the moon within 5 years. Thoughts?
I think that's pretty cool. Yeah. That's be quite a cool thing to do. I mean, it's probably quite expensive. I don't know. But it'd be nice, make people feel pretty good about the country. It'd be quite an exciting time. I think it'd be good. Yeah.
It's Lib Dem policy to overturn Brexit without a second referendum. Thoughts?
Don't agree, no.
Why not?
I want Brexit done as quickly as possible.
Okay, so do you think it would be undemocratic then to just overturn the result without a second referendum?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Okay. What knock-on effects do you think that might have to Joe Bloggs on the street if they saw that happen?
I think most of the country now agrees that they want to get Brexit done as soon as possible. The thing big mistake Boris made when he suspended Parliament, he didn't make it permanent.
Okay. Can I ask which way you're planning on voting this time?
Conservative.
Okay. Would you rather Boris had gone for a slightly harder Brexit?
Yes, I would. I don't think the Brexit he's got is a good one, not for the country.
Why not?
Well, I think we all should leave completely. The Americans say that they're not going to give us any trade that much because of Brexit. You see, it's not favourable for them. And all this business about the Labour government saying the national health is not for sale, it's never been for sale. I mean, it's just political nonsense.
Can I ask how old you are?
I'm 83.
What do you reckon to a lot of young people saying that you shouldn't be allowed to vote?
I've never come across that.
It's a thing now. It's a thing now. Unfortunately, it's a thing.
Old people shouldn't be allowed to vote. Well, I don't think young people should be allowed to vote. I mean, I don't think they're sensible enough. 21, that's the age, I think.
So that is street talk from the Lib Dem seat of Kingston, but it emerged really, didn't it, that not a lot of people supported the Lib Dems' flagship policy of overturning Brexit without a second referendum. There was, of course, though, some support for their entirely fictional policy of putting a man on the moon in the next 5 years, although, let's be honest, they're going to make sure that's a woman, aren't they? Right, make sure you comment below and tell us where we should go next.